When you look at Tommy Lloyd right now, what do you, through 3 years, he's obviously won the second most games in college basketball history through his first 3 years, but he's been to 2 Sweet 16s and a first round exit. Where do you stand with Tommy Lloyd? What do you think Tommy Lloyd's upside is? And just what do you see going forward for the next 5 years for Arizona basketball?
I think it's going to be an interesting year, like I said, because of the Big 12 stuff. The out of conference, they've been great. Can you do it consistently? Because in the Big 12, listen, there's just, I know I said it a minute ago, there are no like 4-game stretches where you can get right. I remember, you'll appreciate this story maybe more than anybody. Remember the year that TCU, Eddie Lampkin almost beat Arizona in the tournament, Tommy's first year?
Oh, yeah.
So I remember interviewing Jamie Dixon that offseason, and because TCU was whatever. Nobody was talking about. There was never a moment where it was like, you know who might surprise some people this year? It's TCU. It was just like they were in the tournament. You didn't even think about it. And so I remember asking Jamie Dixon, I was like, was there a moment that season where you felt like, okay, maybe we're better than our record says we were? And he goes, yeah. He goes, the thing is in the Big 12, what I just said, Aaron Torres just said a minute ago, he goes, in the Big 12, you're just never going to have that 6-game win streak where you go 6-game stretch where you go 5-1 with 3 blowouts and you feel really good about yourself. It's just too hard of a league. And so I think Arizona fans understand that. But I think Tommy Lloyd, I just think there needs to be a level of consistency. If you go to Iowa State and then you play Houston at home and you go 0-2, but you're awesome in both games, that's okay. Well, I don't want to speak for Arizona fans. Maybe you would feel differently, whatever. But I do think there's a difference between if you go to Iowa State and Houston and you play great in both games, you just end up on the wrong side of it, where you go to Houston, you maybe lose, you lose by 3 in the final seconds, and then you come home, and lose to, whoever, Central Florida the next game. Like that's the thing for me, is there has to be a level of consistency once you get to league play, because there just hasn't been in the early part of the Tommy Lloyd tenure.
Yes, exactly. To sum that one up, yes. And you also can't sleepwalk in games, because if you sleepwalk in games, a game that you might have beat Stanford by 4 points, you're going to lose by 40 to Iowa State.
We all silly like the mayor.